Ever feel like you're on a roll in DP10, like really in the groove, and then you just hit a wall
Yeah.
trying to find that perfect snare or like
Oh, totally.
that one EQ preset?
It's like rummaging through
Oh my
a
God.
messy attic trying to find
Yes.
like a vintage mic or something.
Exactly. You know it's in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
While you're looking for it, the music's gone.
It's totally gone.
The spark is gone.
Yeah.
But DP10 has this thing called the content browser. And
It's the best.
it can really, I think, be like your own little personal assistant
Absolutely.
to keep all of your, go-to sounds and plugins and stuff.
For sure. Yeah, think of it as like your musical command center
Okay.
right there in DP10.
So that's what we're diving into today, the content browser, chapter 4
Yes.
in the DP10 manual.
Let's do it.
And let's just start with the basics here. Like
What's
if you
that?
were to picture your content browser, it's kind of like this well-organized library, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are different sections in it.
Yeah.
In figure 4.1, if you're looking at that,
Yeah.
that kind of illustrates it well.
Yep, it's a good one.
But let's start with the first stop on our tour. What would that be?
So I would say the first stop is going to be your project section.
Okay.
And that's basically your workspace, right?
Okay.
So you've got all your audio files, your MIDI tracks, anything you're working with.
So it's like the main stage
Exactly.
where everything's hanging out for that particular project.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And then what about places?
Places is cool.
That sounds intriguing.
Yeah, Places is like your shortcut to any folder on your computer. So say you've got this massive library of drum samples.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe a bunch of synth presets that you love.
Yeah.
Just add those folders to your Places and boom.
Wow.
They're right there.
Right there in DP10.
You don't have to click around anymore.
No more clicking around.
It's awesome.
Oh, I love it already. Okay, so we've got our sounds there.
Yeah.
What about plugins?
Plugins, that's a big one.
Is there a special place for them?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole section for that. So you
Really?
don't have to like scroll through menus trying to remember where
Yeah.
that one compressor is.
Which menu it's in?
It's all right there, laid out, ready to go.
So you just drag and drop.
Drag and drop, yeah.
Okay, tell me a little more about that.
So it's pretty simple.
Right.
Let's say you find an audio clip you want to use. You literally just drag it from the content browser.
Right into your project.
Right into your project.
That's awesome.
Or you found a reverb plugin,
Okay.
drag it onto your track.
No more routing or anything.
No more routing, no more menus. It's super efficient.
That's amazing. So we've got our sounds, we've got our plugins. What about if we've made like a chain of effects?
Oh, yeah. So those are called clippings.
Okay.
And they're like a secret weapon
Okay.
for your workflow.
How so?
So let's say you've got this amazing vocal chain.
Okay.
You've got EQ, compression, maybe some saturation.
Right.
Instead of rebuilding it every single time,
Every time.
you can save it as a clipping.
Actually,
And then boom, whenever you need that sound again,
just grab it.
just drag and drop it onto your track.
That's awesome.
It's a huge time saver.
That's so cool. So instead of having to like write it down or whatever,
Oh yeah, forget that notepad.
this is way better.
Totally. Yeah.
So we can have all these sounds and all these plugins and they're all organized.
Right.
How do we keep track of them all?
So DP10's got this other cool thing. It's called the Preview Pane.
Okay.
And it's not just about seeing like the name of the file.
Right.
You can actually click on an audio clip
Okay.
and preview it
Oh, wow.
right there in the content browser.
So you don't have to drag it into the project just to hear it.
Exactly. Huge time saver.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then it's got those forward and back buttons.
Oh, cool.
Just like a web browser.
Nice.
So if you're going through a bunch of different kick drums,
Okay.
you can easily go back.
Nice. Like a breadcrumb trail.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm.
What about if you need to get like more info though
Yeah.
about a file, like without having to see everything?
Yeah. So they have this show content info toggle,
Okay.
and that's super helpful.
Okay.
So if you turn that on, you get
Yeah.
all these details like the file size, the format,
Okay.
even the tempo and key information, which is super helpful for audio files.
That's super helpful. But is it too much information sometimes?
Yeah, it can be, right?
Like trying to read a book in a library?
Totally. So that's why the toggle's there.
Okay.
Say you're looking at synth presets.
Okay.
You don't need to see all the technical stuff for each one.
Okay.
So just toggle, show content info off, and then you just get the names.
Oh, okay.
And then if something catches your eye,
You can toggle it on.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we've got audio, we've got plugins. What about MIDI data?
It's a good question. A lot of people ask about that.
Yeah.
So there's not a separate section for MIDI.
Okay.
But remember, it's all about how this works with DP10.
Okay.
So if you made this killer drum groove
Sorry.
and saved it as a MIDI file,
Okay.
guess where it goes?
The project section.
Right in the project section.
Okay.
And you can drag and drop it just like anything else.
So no more copying and pasting.
No more copying and pasting. It's great.
So it streamlines everything, even if it's not a dedicated section.
Exactly.
What about getting the MIDI data into the track, though? Is that drag and drop, too?
It's almost drag and drop.
Almost.
Yeah, so when you drag it,
Okay.
it doesn't just copy it.
Okay.
It actually imports it. And it keeps all the tempo and time signature stuff.
So you don't have to change it.
It's all done for you.
DP10's got my back.
DP's got you.
It's like it's saying, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it.
Exactly. Just focus on the music.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to audible mode for a sec.
Yeah.
You were saying how it doesn't work with every single audio format.
Yeah, there are a few little things to watch out for there.
Okay, like what?
So it works great with like WAV and AIFF file.
Okay, those are pretty common.
Yeah, but some of the compressed formats,
Okay.
like they might not preview, right?
Oh, really?
Or sometimes they won't preview at all.
So like if I'm working with MP3s,
Yeah.
I might be out of luck.
Yeah, MP3s can be tricky.
Okay.
They're great for like sharing music and stuff. But inside a project, they can be a little fussy.
So should I just not use them at all then?
It depends, really,
Right.
like what works for you.
Okay.
But if you're using a lot of MP3s, you might want to convert them.
To like WAV.
Exactly. WAV is super solid.
Okay, so a little bit of work up front can save you.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of headaches later.
Totally.
Makes sense. But, okay, now imagine this. You've got all your sounds,
Yeah.
all your plugins, organized.
It's like a dream.
The creative possibilities are kind of endless, right?
Absolutely. You can just experiment with anything.
For drum sounds, different plugins, like
Everything's right there.
it's all right there.
Just a few clicks away.
It's so much easier than being like,
I know, right?
oh, I had this cool idea, but now I have to set it all up.
Exactly. You can just try it out.
So you can spend less time
Oh, yeah. Way less time.
searching and more time actually making music.
That's the goal, right?
That's the dream.
Exactly.
So the content browser really is like,
It's funny because it seems like a small thing,
yeah,
but it makes a huge difference.
it changes everything.
Workflow, creativity, everything.
Well, on that note,
Mm-hmm.
if you're using DP10,
Content browser all the way.
it's a game changer.
It's a secret weapon.
It is,
Yeah.
totally.
Use it. Love it.
And who knows? Maybe it'll inspire you.
Your next hit song.
There you go.
Thanks for diving in with us.
This was fun.
Until next time.
See you later.